Energy. Energy runs the world. From the facilities that manages its distribution to communities, to the factories where important materials are produced, to the everyday use of everyone, just like various appliances that we use in everyday life. Energy sources can be classified as either renewable or non-renewable. Examples of non-renewable energy sources include coal, petroleum, and natural gas, while examples of renewable energy sources include solar, geothermal, wind, and hydropower. It is a chemical engineer's job to harness energy from these sources. In our country today, coal is the main source of energy. There is an estimated number of 5,000 working coal plants, most of which have only been constructed within the last few decades. The Philippines currently has around 15,000 working power plants, 10,000 of which are non-renewable sources of energy, while only 5,000 of those power plants are renewable.
Chemical engineers study processes and concepts that allow them to enhance existing technologies and increase the optimization of various industrial processes. Teaming up with other professionals, chemical engineers are able to safely harness energy from both renewable and non-renewable sources for daily use in the different sectors of society. The specific skill set of chemical engineers is essential for the improvement and development of the energy industry in the country. For example, chemical engineers use their expertise in separation processes for oil refineries, and they also use their knowledge in fluid mechanics for geothermal industries. It is this kind of engineering that makes sure all possible and alternative sources of energy are tapped. With this aim in mind, chemical engineers are also able to help find ways for cleaner energy generated from non-renewable sources.
Despite having a large amount of renewable energy sources, the Philippines is still falling behind the energy industry. According to the Economic Intelligence Unit, the Philippines' demand of energy will outgrow its supply over the next 5 years. This is due to disagreements between privately owned power plants and the government and various lawsuits of environmental organizations against coal power plants. With the ongoing energy crisis, the country should prioritize the development of its energy sector. The government should supply more funding to researches that allow improvements to the way we collect energy. Coal power plants should be made greener by using materials that absorb harmful emissions, and renewable energy sources could be made more efficient. New power plants could be owned by the government, reducing friction between privately owned power plants and the government. Less power outages will result in more economic activity, allowing for more income and lower prices, which also brings benefits to investors. But also this will not come from the government changing. We as citizens of the Philippines must also work hard.
In order to further develop the energy industry, more professionals must work together with the common goal of providing a sustainable energy source in the country. Dependence on coal power plants is still a necessity, but the energy industry has a high potential in exploiting renewable energy resources such as winds, waves, biomass, geothermal, hydropower, and tidal energy. As of now, the country takes pride in being the second highest on relying on geothermal energy. A career focused on these frontiers opens incentives for chemical engineers. The wide scope of energy resources gives endless career opportunities to fresh graduates as they are given a wide array of energy resources to specialize on. Chemical engineers can opt to work on the field and assist in the management of energy tanks and other instruments, or they can choose to work in the research and development of cleaner and safer energy resources.
Hi, I'm Jerome Talambas, graduating student from the Department of Chemical Engineering. Last mid-year, I had my internship at the Philippine Geothermal Production Company. I was assigned as a process engineer at the TV steam gathering system of the company. There, I modeled their whole TV steam gathering system, and I used concepts of fluid mechanics and thermodynamics
same time, lack of energy supply in the country, high profit jobs for chemical engineers in the industry are slowly increasing. If more graduates are encouraged to join the energy industry, a greater chance of development in the energy sector of the country is possible.
The vast natural resources found in our country, along with proper investment and development, can be utilized in order to maintain a stable source of energy in the Philippines. As of today, the Philippines still imports expensive energy sources such as coal from other countries instead of optimizing its own coal industry. Proper funding is essential for professionals to be able to conduct the necessary research that will help the energy sector to progress. It is in this aspect that companies and investors play a huge role in the development of the industry here. Without investors, the energy industry would come to a standstill. The high potential for success of energy in the Philippines must be the main goal of investors. They should take part in optimizing our energy resources with the help of companies and investors who are willing to risk for a more prosperous and stable energy industry in the country. We, chemical engineers, along with other professionals, can devise new processes and improve current technologies for the better optimization of the country's energy resources.
A large part of control over the energy industry lies in the hands of the government. The development of science and technology in the country also lies in the power of the government. Further developing the sciences and encouraging students to pursue careers in science would help generate more engineers that could contribute to the growth of the energy industry in the country. As of today, the Philippines has implemented energy policies which would benefit the environment and the increasing energy demand in the Philippines. One such act is RA 9513, or the Renewable Energy Act of 2008, which states that the Philippines must accelerate the exploration and development of renewable energy sources and develop hybrid systems for current energy collection processes. This aims to reduce the country's dependence on fossil fuels and thereby minimize the country's exposure to price fluctuations in the international markets, the effect of which spirals down to almost all sectors in the economy. This is a large step in the right direction, but as citizens of the Philippines, we must do more to create a sustainable future for the Philippines.
Let's aim for self-sustainability.
Tap alternative resources
Encourage investments among the private sector.
Implement better policies.
and develop science and technology.
Because energy runs the world.